Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all ages, makes, and sizes. You know what? It's time once again to circle the wagons because the Coon Prairie Ramblers are in the house.
Yeah.
We want to talk about a whole bunch of things. This, that, and that. And to help us do that, we got Luke, the rebel without a clue over there.
Right on, brother man.
And me, the amiable, affable man about town, lovable, adorable, fleet of foot, debonair,
smart feller,
urbane. Let's see, what else? Yeah.
All the above. Fill in your own description.
Emma Zetta Jackson's little baby boy. I'm still her baby boy.
Undisputed.
Even though she's in heaven.
Undisputed.
Yeah.
Little baby
Mailman
boy.
from Melville.
In the flesh.
Yeah. Do you miss your mother?
I do, especially, well, I say especially mother around the date she died or her birthday or Mother's Day, but you miss her all the time because things will go remind you of her.
Yeah.
Out of the blue.
You know what thing? One thing I do over and over again is that my phone rings. No.
I heard it.
I will think about something like, I need to ask Mom about. Oh, for crying out loud! She's been dead for 10 years, 12 years.
You think of all the information that your parents have and they leave this world with, and you'll never find it out.
You know what? And that is really disturbing to me because I'm thinking there are so many things I could glean from her.
That's right.
If she were here, as from her mind, like. And the same way, my sister passed away 4 months after my mother did.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, and I can't ask Gene. And I can't ask Gary, who was Gene's husband, my brother-in-law.
Right.
But because he doesn't know my family's, what my mother would know, or.
Well, you lose a lot of family history when somebody passed away, but you can't call on their philosophies and
I'm the only one left.
Outlooks and stuff.
I mean, as far as my immediate
it's up
family,
to you. You better start. Or you wrote your memoirs one time.
Yeah.
You need to pick it up where you left off and write a sequel to your book right away.
But and there's like I'll know this one item, but I'm thinking, well, but what about that? A little bit deeper, further back, or
sure.
that, what happened there. Yeah,
there are always going to be pieces of the puzzle missing that you never find, but it's a shame, and it's our own fault for letting them go.
Yeah,
they got away from us.
I'm fortunate that I wrote down what I did and did some investigation, and I did that when I was about 56.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that because my daughter sent me. One of my older daughters sent me a diary. It said, "Dad, write down all the things you told us when
and it asked you a lot of questions in it.
Yeah.
I've got one of those.
Yeah, and I happened to be looking. I was looking for something in my desk drawer, and I came across that. That was the thing that sparked the whole thing to begin with. To write the book. And I was looking at it, and I was reading through it, and I'm thinking, "Oh, that's funny. That's funny." And then there was one thing in there. Oh, it said, "What one place would you in the world would you really want to go to?" And I just wrote down Israel.
Right.
And I just did that.
Now you've already been.
Yeah. I'm thinking, well, that was pretty neat. I didn't know I wanted to go to Israel way back then.
It was a premonition.
Yeah.
Wow. So you checked that off the bucket list.
Yeah.
But anyway, we do need to do a word of the week. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? All right. Here we go. Drum roll, please.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
All right.
How do you do that drum so fast? Now, how do you do that? Oh.
You drink a lot of coffee in the morning. All right. Our word of the week is, boys and girls, and ladies and gentlemen, ergo. ERGO. 4 letters, 2 syllables. Ergo. Ergo means therefore such and such, or hence, HENCE, such and such. We haven't used hence, but it's the same thing as ergo and therefore. So we're going to use ergo like, ergo, now we're going to talk about such and such.
Yeah. Hey, you know
Therefore.
what? That would be a good name for a girl. Ergo.
Ergo.
And ergo, there goes ergo.
There goes ergo.
Yeah.
Where go ergo?
Yeah.
There go ergo.
Ergo.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? I bet there's a girl in the world somewhere that has the name of Ergo
Ergo.
and doesn't even know what it means. Maybe.
Huh. It's possible. I've seen people named worse things, but
Yeah.
Ergo. All right, Ergo
Yeah.
is our word. We're gonna. When you hear this ding, it means one of us remembered to
All right.
use it. So,
I knew a guy named Hugo.
well, I know some Hugos too. Hugo. No, Hugo. No, I'll stay. Hugo.
Yeah.
I'll stay. Hugo.
No, Ergo, Hugo.
Hugo.
Therefore, there goes Hugo.
Therefore, Ergo. There goes Hugo.
Hugo is a good Spanish name.
Ergo. Hugo.
Yeah. I wonder what it means.
Hugo.
Hugo.
That's short for hugo. It means you're
Yeah.
big, I guess. You're a huge person.
Yeah. What are those taxis you ride in? What's that? It's kind of like you.
Taxes?
A taxi. You pick a Hugo, not Hugo. What is it?
I don't know. Uber.
Uber. Oh, okay. That's way different.
That's way
Uber.
out in left field.
Uber. That's like
a long way
booger
from
or
that.
something. That's Uber. That's something you pull on your nose.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Don't do that on the air. But then again, we also need to do happy birthday to all you unlucky souls out there who are facing the candles today.
Well, I forgot to bring in my beep. So here's the key of C. I think.
You're going to make it
I
up.
have perfect pitch.
Oh, yeah, right. Is that what you're pitching at him today?
No, ergo, my perfect pitch went away.
Oh,
Okay,
you got
okay.
one.
This is the key of C. Is that C?
It's close.
Close. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, somebody out there.
Hugo and Ergo and all the rest of y'all.
Happy birthday
to you. Oh, that was beautiful.
Lovely,
I
lovely.
got a little tear in my eye over that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, brother.
Y'all are special. If we sang to y'all and sang that pretty,
Oh.
that's better than I sound in the shower. My
Hey,
goodness.
You want a good toast for the day?
A toast for the day. Oh, a toast for the day. Yes, we do need the toast for the day.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Did you find us a good one or did you make one up?
one. I got one.
Did you make it up?
I didn't make it up. I can't make up a toast.
You can't.
I gotta plagiarize and use somebody else's.
All right. Here we go for the toast of the day, also known as the Melba toast.
Yeah. Melbourne toast.
You got that.
You know, my wife, when I was gone to San Diego this past week.
Right. That's in
And-
the next segment.
Yeah,
Later in
okay,
this segment.
okay. But anyway, when I was gone, my wife sent me a message. She says, "I miss you,"
Oh,
and I
isn't
wish
that
I would have had
special?
this toast because I could have said it to her. Where'd it go? May your beautiful lips never blister. Now, isn't that beautiful?
You could add to that. May your beautiful lips never blister, and I'm glad that you're not my sister
Yeah.
because I would never have kissed her.
Ergo, you're my wife.
Oh, get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here!
I'm doing good, man. I'm like
I'm gonna give you a point
yeah.
right upside the head.
Oh, that was a good man. I like that toast. May your
Yeah.
beautiful lips never blister.
Yeah, we don't want that. I've had blistered lips before.
Well, if you walked into the downtown deli and you said that to the cashier waiting on you, what would happen?
They'd probably throw a meat cleaver at you.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
would
better not do that.
I would not try that. At least throw a weenie and hit you upside the head. And that would not end very well.
Oh man.
But anyway, we're going to talk about several things today. We got a couple of subjects we're going to
Yeah.
bat around, and hopefully won't bore you too much or put you to sleep. But sometimes we are a pretty good cure for insomnia. So
Yeah.
you can always
Yeah.
go on our page, the Coon Prairie Ramblers, and look us up and listen to some of the old shows on there.
You can go 9 years back.
9 years back.
9 years.
And you'll be surprised how many characters we've had on here as our guests over
Yeah.
the years. It's
Yeah.
been a lot of fun, and some of them are no longer with us, sadly, especially KC. But anyway,
We've gone the gamut.
check that out sometime. We got to get on out of here for segment one because segment two is knocking on the door. I hear it. Ergo, we better leave. Aha.
Hey, we're back again, Coon Prairie Ramblers, side by side, singing along.
Side by
Whistling the
side.
tune, yes.
Whistling the tune. That's
Hey, I
right.
went to San Diego.
I left my heart in that's San Francisco.
I was wondering what San Diego. The reason I went out there was because I'm a board member on the Arcadia Housing Authority.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
we have a politician in the house.
It's very boring to be a board member. No,
Board member, B-O-R-E-D or B-O-A-R-D?
one of those.
Both
of them?
You can be a
Both of them.
board member.
Yeah. If you're a board member, ergo, you're a board.
Oh, you weasel.
Yeah. Okay.
Just be above board if you're going to be a board member.
Yeah.
Be above board.
Anyway, I went out there
Last week?
Yeah, to attend a bunch of meetings, at the Grand Hyatt.
That's a long way to go. 3,000 miles or something?
Oh, man. 5 hours of flying going that way.
You flew directly into
Yeah, from Tampa to San Diego.
no layovers.
And I tell you what, to sit in a cramped airplane seat for 5 hours is murder.
Go to Alaska one time. You'll really know about it then.
Ooh, golly. You fly to Alaska?
Unless you want to drive all the way across the country.
Oh, I thought, did you fly to Seattle?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes there's a
Then you
layover.
get to ride the boat. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a long ways.
But, oh, man. So I would get up and go to, and the thing is, I had a window seat.
Yeah.
Well, again, then you got two people. If you want to get up and go to the bathroom,
Got to crawl over them.
Hey, would you get up and let me out? Come on, I got to go.
I don't like that. But if you're not in the aisle, they're bumping you when they walk by.
And there's a guy sitting next to me, and he fell asleep, and his head is bobbing around, and every now and then his head would be on my shoulder, like,
Put your head on my shoulder. Oh, now that would be borderline creepy.
yeah. Yeah, then it was when his head would hit my shoulder, and then he'd wake up like, oh, then he'd fall asleep.
Sure
again.
wasn't intentional?
No,
He was hitting on you? He put his hand on your knee, did he?
Well, the first part of the trip, he was studying. I think he was like a college student,
Okay.
a young guy, and he had his laptop there, and I was looking at the stuff that he was doing. He was studying. He was writing down answers and stuff. I'm looking. It looks like pi r square, cornbread all around. I mean, it looked. It
like
looked.
algebra or something?
Oh man, it looked like astrophysics or something. I don't know.
Wow.
But
But anyway, you went to San Diego, and I looked up the meaning of San Diego.
yeah,
I don't know about the San, but I looked up the Diego.
yeah.
Diego means one who supplants. S-U-P-P-L-A-N-T-S. One who supplants.
Yeah.
And I had to look up supplants too. Supplants is one who replaces.
Yeah.
You supplant something, you replace something.
Replace it. Oh,
So San replacement.
sand replacement.
Is that?
Diego. Because I was thinking Diego had something to do with the devil or
But
something.
it's no, that's Diablo.
Diablo.
Diablo is
yeah.
devil, but Diego is a common name.
Okay.
A lot of people name their
Ergo.
little boys that.
Yeah. Hey, it's kind of a neat name. Hey, Mr. Diego.
Diego.
Mel Diego.
Ergo Diego.
Oh, anyway, but
Is that a big place? Like Tampa or Sarasota or Port
It's-
Charlotte?
I guess it'd be like Tampa,
Wow.
but it's very picturesque, very beautiful.
Is
I
it
mean,
all-
where I was, down by the marina, down by the bay, across the bay from an island called,
Alcatraz.
what's the name of the
That's
island?
over there somewhere.
Coronado Island. And
Coronado.
so on a Sunday, they had classes to go to, but there weren't nothing designed for a commissioner, so I had some time off. So I went and took a trolley. A trolley.
3-hour tour.
It was a 3-hour tour.
All aboard the Jolly Trolley.
Yeah, and it was pretty neat. I sent you a video.
Yes.
They
They
had
a lot of stuff.
The guy'd be talking, and then he'd play some music,
Mhm.
I mean, some really jazzy stuff, And he took us by. We went over onto Coronado Island, and he gave us the history of everything. And it was too much to take in.
And you don't know if
'cause
it's true, but it's fascinating.
yeah.
It could be anything.
So
You're waking
we
up.
drove over on Coronado Island and went over to around the beach, and there was an old hotel from the old days.
Right?
And he said, "Remember the movie that Marilyn Monroe was in, Some Like It Hot?" and there was a beach scene. He
Yeah.
says right there, that's where it was filmed.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I went and got some sand off the beach for a souvenir.
Yeah, man. I would have been looking to see where Marilyn did her if she did an angel in the sand or something.
Yeah, go out and make one just in case it was the same place.
Yeah, that's where Marilyn was.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that'd be wild.
and you know what? And San Diego, Florida was developed by rich guys, like
Right.
Flagler, Flagler
They would
Railroad.
have to because it was all mosquitoes and
Yeah.
swamps.
It's the same way over there. Some rich guy going over there and bought Coronado Island, did some great things, and and then somebody
Oh.
bought it off of him, and then and then the Navy came in, and Navy is on half of the island.
A lot of sailors go to San Diego to get their tattoos. I understand.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's a big place for tattoos.
Yeah, and my brother was stationed there in the Navy. When
My father got one somewhere over the years, and he was over there, so I don't know if he got it at San Diego
they
or
got
not.
they got the Navy Air Station there. They got the Coast Guard there.
That's right, where my
got-
dad was in.
And then also went out on a little boat into the bay. A little
You're just
tour,
a natural born
boat.
tourist over there.
Actually, two different tours. One was one. It was a boat that rode on the road, and then it would ride down, go in,
I've
and then
seen
it
those
float on the
before.
water.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and we was out there in the water. And I saw this ship, this Navy ship coming our way. That thing was big.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was coming right at us. But the guy says, "Well, it ain't going to hit us because we're in the shallow part of the bay.
He can't get in there.
He has to stay in his channel. Yeah,
That'll teach him.
yeah,
Wow. Is San Diego real hilly like San Francisco?
it is. It is.
Have the little trolley cars that reach halfway to the stars, like the song says?
Well, I don't know about the trolley cars, but it's hilly. Yeah.
Have any rice-a-roni out there, like it's popular over in San Francisco? San Francisco treat. What about the zoo? San Diego's popular for its zoo.
I was going to go to the zoo, but I spent so much time just walking around down by the marina. It was so picturesque. I went and saw where the San Diego Philharmonic plays. Like
Right.
one of those.
a big band shell,
Yeah, like one of those shells. Like the.
like an orchestra gets in.
Yeah.
For the acoustics.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was going to go to the zoo, and I got to thinking. I'm thinking, well, what am I going to look at? I don't want to go look at apes. I don't want to look at no apes. Elephants? Nah.
You know what they look like.
Yeah.
You're not going to see any new species.
Yeah. So what I did, I went and looked at a bunch of sea lions down at the bay, or down
And for
at,
free.
Yeah, for free. A bunch of sea lions around there.
They wallow around.
They come up and they just lay on the rocks, lay on the, and they spend. I've heard that they spend like 80% of their time just laying in the sun.
They like it.
Yeah, but it was beautiful there. It was really beautiful.
I saw some of the videos. I hope you took a few pictures. Too.
Yeah, I was going to go down to Tijuana, but I never made it down there.
I don't know if I'd go down there. It might be
Yeah.
trouble. You get on the other side of the border.
You know what's funny? I had a beautiful view from my hotel, and you look south, and of course San Diego's right on the very bottom of California, the border. You look south, no, there's all, San Diego just lit up like a Christmas tree. But then you look south, towards the Mexican mountains, man, there ain't nothing down there.
Dark and desolate.
You don't see no, I could tell there's a town over there, but it's not lit up like San
Didn't look
Diego.
very inviting, huh?
No.
I don't blame you. I'd have stayed in my lane too.
I walked about 5 miles a day.
No kidding.
Yeah, in between, going to class, listen to speakers and stuff.
Y'all went Saturday or Sunday, or
We left on a Saturday morning.
then you came back this past Thursday.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Saturday to Thursday. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, that's pretty interesting. We're going to have to get on out of here for segment 2 because segment 3 is just knocking on the door as well.
Holy cow.
All right. Y'all sit tight and we'll be right back.
Hey, back again, Coon Prairie Ramblers.
Yes, sirree.
Yeah. Hubba.
Me and you and a dog named Boo.
Yeah. And all that.
All right. Well, we talked about San Diego
Yeah.
in the last segment.
Yeah.
But you experienced some health issues while you were over there on the other side of the country.
I have AFib and I have diabetes, so something's always going on with me.
Oh, boy.
But I was in San Diego and I was doing a whole bunch of walking and everything, and then on a Tuesday night I came back to the hotel, and I was sitting. I went to the sports bar. So
Yeah.
I sat down there, and they had a bunch of TVs on. So I'm sitting there, and I think, wait, my pulse rate is up,
Oh boy.
and I felt it, and then went up. So I had I carry my pulse thing, what do you call that thing?
Blood pressure cup.
Blood pressure cuff, yeah. And my pulse was up to like 114. I'm thinking, well, normally, it does that, but it usually comes back down. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we flew home Friday. I woke up Saturday morning, and throughout the whole time, it stayed up and it never went down. And
I'd have been alarmed. You still went out walking 5 miles a day or whatever?
yeah, well,
I'd have been kind of alarmed about that.
I don't know. Saturday morning I called the VA, talked to my VA nurse, and she said check into the ER, see what's going on. So I went to the local ER here in town, and
Right.
and they pumped a bunch of medicine into my stomach, or gave me a shot, and it brought it down some. Then it went back up. So they kept me overnight. So the next day they said it was still up, or it was down some, but they said take double what you're taking, double up on the medicine you are taking,
Wow.
and then go see your cardiologist.
So did you make an appointment to go see the cardiologist?
Yeah, I called them that day, and they were going to get back with me
But they didn't have any idea what was making your heart race like that, or your blood pressure up, or
they
whatever?
didn't give me no. I still don't know.
Maybe they
why.
told you to double up on your meds. I mean, without really knowing the cause of it. That'd be a
Yeah,
little curious.
yeah. It's kind of a mystery to me. Anyway, so I'm on. I doubled it up. It is halfway down. It's back in basically normal range, I guess.
Hmm.
But anyway, we have health things. As we get older.
The
I guess,
older we get, something's going to. I had some
yeah.
health issues last week too.
What happened to you?
You were gone. Y'all left Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday night, I came home, went to bed, and got up. My back started hurting real bad, and about every several months, my back will hurt really bad, like I've been kicked in the back by a mule, and it started doing it again. Then on top of that, my guts started hurting. All my guts felt like they was in a vice, and somebody was squishing them.
Huh.
Especially my lower back or whatever. I didn't know what it was. I thought, and I was thinking in these past episodes it might be a kidney stone. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll hurry up and pass this thing and be done with it. But it just kept going and going and going. And about 2:30 in the morning, I was getting nauseous. I didn't throw up, but I got real nauseous, and my skin got real cold and clean. I wasn't cold myself, but my hands were like ice. So I woke my wife up, Diane, and she took me to the ER, and they did a couple of EKGs on me. They drew blood. They did urine thing. They did a abdominal MRI. They injected iodine in me. It turns out I got gallstones,
Oh.
and that hurts. Gallstones hurt. Bad. Your gallstone. I didn't know what a gallbladder does, and I had to look it up. It produces bile, as well as your liver does too. But it produces bile to supplement the liver. When what you eat comes down the highway there, it sees it coming, figures out what it is, and sprinkles a little bit of bile on it to help dissolve it. That's what it does, you start growing these stones in there, and it could burst, it could rupture, and probably kill you in the long run. So.
You're Luke. They call you Luke, the rebel with the gallstones now.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got a lot of gall to say that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the last thing I suspected or whatever. And I got some medication for it, and I went home, and it's bothered me a couple of nights since then, but not as bad.
So, but you haven't passed a gallstone, right?
I don't think you can pass them. I think you're stuck with them.
Oh, that's a kidney stone.
If they fill up enough, it can burst and probably kill you. So.
They got to go in there and get them. We got to do an operation to get them.
Yeah, they slice about 6 inches, gash in your stomach, and go in there and get it, or they go in your belly button and they poke about 3 other holes in you for some reason, and they pull it out laparoscopically, if that's the word there. But it's about 4 inches long, so I don't know how they're going to get it out or how big it is or how big them stones are. But
You know, I think going through your belly button. You ever poke your belly button? It
hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
You put your finger in there or whatever.
Man, that makes.
So I'm going for a consultation about that, and we'll try to get the surgery. But so I guess I better clean my belly button out and get all those dust bunnies out.
Yeah.
That's kind of personal, though. That's kind of invasive. Of course, there's worse places they could invade. So
yeah.
I should be grateful it's just my belly button. But I guess I'll be able to wear my bikini to the beach anymore if I can give me some scars on my belly.
At least it's not an anal thing.
You're right about that. You can get real anal about that.
Yeah.
Well, some places are.
Well, just go get them things taken out, man. But they probably just take the whole gallbladder out.
Yeah, they will probably more than likely. It takes an operation.
Then you won't have any gall.
Won't have any gall after that.
Well, that's okay.
I think I'm going to name it. I'm going to name my gallbladder. I'm going to name it Charles de Gaulle.
Will they give it to you so you can keep it?
Put it in the thing of alcohol. I'll ask them.
Yeah.
And take it around with me and show it off. Say, guess what this is?
Bring it to Brew Crew. Yeah, set it up on the table there.
Yeah, have a raffle. Whoever guess what it is gets to keep it. Just don't drink the juice off of it.
Yeah, maybe we can toss some of the gallstones around,
Yeah, we can play ping pong with them or something. Or shoot them like marbles. Depends how big they are.
Mm-hmm.
I looked it up. They're ugly little things.
Yeah, pickleball.
It's going to take about an hour or 2 hours to do the operation. And it can be outpatient surgery, which I'm hoping it is. I don't want to stay overnight in the hospital. I haven't been in the hospital since 1973, so I want to keep that record going.
I got a good record of being in a hospital.
A lot
of them.
My wife and a bunch of others, but
up until I'm 50, I think I got 50. And I'm thinking, man, I never go to the hospital. Then all of a sudden, boom! Every time I turn around, man.
I'm supposed to be laid up for a while after that. You can't drive for 24 hours, and you got to change your diet. Try to do all liquids and stuff like that. And because when you do that, you may have to change your diet permanently. Hopefully, I won't have to cut out things like bacon and sweets.
Yeah,
I mean,
swamp cabbage.
Yeah, everything in moderation. My oldest daughter had it done and said it bothered her for a while, but she can eat anything she wants now. So I'm hoping that's the hand I'm going to get dealt, because I don't want to give up the food I like.
Yeah.
At all. I get too much invested in eating bacon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You might be recording here by yourself depends on what day of the week it is, but I should be able to come in.
If I had to do that, I would just change my voice. I would pretend that you're here, and I would talk like Luke.
Okay, you can do that. You can
do that. Yeah.
Why not?
Carry on a two-way conversation.
All you got to do is mumble a lot and say y'all once in a while, and you'll have it.
Yeah. Wear your hat. Maybe I can borrow your hat.
That'll help. That'll help add to the flavor there a little bit. But anyway, the older we get, the more stuff is closing in on us. Death is stalking everybody from the womb to the tomb. You just don't know what's going to get you.
As you get older, do you think about mortality?
I do. When I had that attack last Sunday night, what I really thought was that it might be a heart attack. I was getting cold and clammy and everything.
Yeah.
And I got to thinking, what made me think about that was death. And what I was like, I started thinking about suddenly the last time I saw this person or that person or the other person, how did I leave them? What did I say? What did we end on good terms? And I got thinking, well, somebody dies, and then you immediately think, well, I just saw him such and such, and we were doing this, or he said this, or she said that, and I started thinking about that, about mortality.
Yeah, when I was laying in the hospital bed this past weekend, I'm thinking, hey, you lay in a hospital, that makes you think about that.
Oh
stuff.
That puts a pall over you there.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, well, man. Hey, I had a lot of plans, man. I wasn't finished yet.
Wasn't finished yet. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't have that.
And I'm having talk.
Still got a big bucket list.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of that, we'll try to come back with the F-bomb, something a little bit more cheerful. But meanwhile, y'all stay here, and we'll see what we can scare up for you. We'll be right back.
Well, you can. We're back again. Coon Prairie Ramblers here.
10-4.
We're back here for the fourth segment of today, and we hope that you're having a good day out there.
And we hope you're still awake.
Yeah.
Ergo, we're just talking to ourselves.
Hey.
Sorry about that.
Pick that one up there.
I couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
It is time for the infamous If Bomb. If you're ready, we're going to drop it on you right now. Get out of the way, run! Have mercy.
Man, that's kind of like being in Israel.
Yeah, just about. Yeah, I heard that place is the bomb.
Oh, yeah.
It is lately. Well, that ain't funny, but it is.
Yeah.
But it ain't.
No. Yeah.
Our F-bomb of the week is Mark Twain said, everybody talks about the weather, but nobody does nothing about it.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you had to choose between one or the other, extreme heat or extreme cold, and you had to live in that the rest of your days, you can't go back, and there's nothing in between. If you want the cold, it never warms up. If you want the heat, it never cools off. Say it's 0 degrees, or would you rather have 0 degrees, or would you rather have like 110 around the clock, wherever you live right now? Even here in Arcadia, if it was 0 degrees or 110, which one do you think you would? I can't say enjoy it. You might say, which one do you think you could tolerate the most?
Yeah. Well, I think, things change.
Yeah, but the weather wouldn't change.
The weather doesn't change.
It's going to change.
But your body changes.
It's stuck there. Yeah.
When I was a young man, a little bitty boy.
And the devil called your name.
Yeah. He said, who do you think you're fooling?
That's right.
And I used to when I moved to Florida half a lifetime ago. When I moved to Florida, I would wake up in the morning and thinking, does the sun always have to shine? Sunny Florida.
That's why they call it the Sunshine State.
Because I came from the north, the Midwest.
Midwest.
Up in Ohio. Ohio.
Buckeye country.
Some people say Ohio. Some people say Ohio.
Some natives say it that way?
It all depends. Depends on where you're from in Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah. Because you got city and you got country and you got Appalachia,
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah, I guess Appalachia is even more country.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I thought. Anyway, when I was living up there, I loved overcast. I loved snow. I loved cold. I would be out. I remember Christmases. I'd be outside playing in my T-shirt.
What?
Oh man, I thrived in it.
In the freezer, your hands and.
Well, yeah, you do that.
That's part of it.
Yeah, then you come in there and maybe you got some gloves. I don't think I had gloves. I was a poor boy. I was lucky to have a T-shirt.
I heard that.
So anyway, half a lifetime later, when I was 31, I moved to Florida. And then I woke up and saying, does the sun always have to shine? Is it going to be hot again today?
And it gets hot. The hot down here is different from the hot up there.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Yeah.
Humidity.
Uh-huh. We had humidity in Ohio.
But is it thick as it is in Florida, or you can't hardly breathe?
Well, the thing is, in Florida, things change. It fluctuates. The one thing I liked about Florida when I came here is that you could look up in the sky, and they say you could see 5 different kinds of clouds in the sky.
Right.
At one time. We're in Ohio. If it was overcast, it was overcast, and it stayed that way for a long time.
Well, with Florida, you got to how quickly the weather changes. It's cold,
you'll have clear skies,
it's hot,
and then you'll have
it's
cloudy
rainy,
skies.
It's sunny.
Yeah, you'll have low flying clouds, high flying clouds, cirrus, all kinds of stuff.
Get real serious.
Seriously.
Well, it's like what they call Mexican weather: chilly today and hot tamale.
Yeah.
You never know. But 0 degrees or 110.
I would. Well, at one time, I would have taken to 0 degrees. But now I'm more, this pendulum has swung. I'm towards the desert, man.
The heat. You could put up with the heat more so than you could the cold.
Because, there's one thing. You always have air conditioning. I mean, we're fortunate to, not everybody in the world has air conditioning.
Once it breaks down, you lose your
But generally,
power.
We here in the United States, we're fortunate that you can go from an air-conditioned house, go through the heat to get to your car, and you air conditioned again.
And you go wherever you go is going to be air conditioned.
Yeah. So Florida's fine with me. The heat's good for me.
Heat is on.
Now I know it's different with you.
I like cold weather, so if it was 110 degrees, I don't think I could ever go camping again.
Yeah.
I would just, even though my little camper has air conditioning.
You would have the air conditioner in your camper.
Yeah, but that thing freezes you. It's so small when you turn on the air conditioner, like you're in the freezer.
And then you guys would circle up and inside your camper, and have instead of having the fire ring, you'd have a lighter. You
It have to be somebody else's. My camper's so small, I got to go outside to change my mind. There's a little bitty one.
Yeah.
But the heat, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else, but I don't think I could take that. Of course, if it's just 0 degrees, there's no more going to the beach and go swimming.
Oh yeah,
You got to give up something.
Yeah, I'm 50 miles from the beach, but I like knowing that I'm near the beach.
If it was that hot, you couldn't do all that walking you do probably because of the heat. You'd have to get you a treadmill or something.
Yeah, I'd have to carry an air conditioner with me.
Yeah, get one that straps on your back and blows on your head.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll make the
those
journey
old
even
plastic
longer.
fans that with battery driven. You can.
Make one about the size of a boom box that you just carry around on your shoulder, or something you can push around a wheelchair and it's blowing back on you.
Yeah, it would carry. It would keep part of your face cool anyway.
Right. But with the cold, you can always just keep adding layers until you're warm.
Yeah.
With the hot, you can only take off so many before you get arrested.
Right. Then you got to get some air conditioning.
Some air conditioning.
And you got to have plenty of fluid so you don't get dehydrated.
You would fry out there in that sun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd go. I think I'd still go with the 0. But
I heard, down in Mexico, if you go down to, where do they go when they dive off the cliffs?
I don't know. But
Down that area. Well, if you go down to you go down into Mexico, it gets hotter and hotter and hotter. But if you go up to elevation, it gets cooler and cooler. There's a certain part of Mexico which is supposed to be ideal to live year round because it's high, it's south, but it's high.
Wow, like on the equator or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
In the
But
mountains
you're
there.
right. The elevation does change things.
Yeah.
I visited my sister back in '09 for her 20th birthday. Went out there with my wife out there, and she said, we're going to go for a ride. And we went over to the Rockies.
Yeah.
And we started climbing in the Rockies. I don't mean like a hand and foot. I mean driving the car
right.
up the Rockies. And she says, watch the temperature on on your dashboard there. And you could just see it changing as we went higher and higher and higher.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So at some point, you could find your ideal place and say, oh, this is where I want to live.
Yep, I wanted to be 20 degrees.
Yeah.
It was weird. We got out one place because I'd never really seen snow. I got out and seen snow, and there was snow there. And I got out and made a little bitty snowman that was about 6, 8 inches tall. Made a snowball with my hands. I got pictures of me doing it too, but had no gloves on. That stuff is cold.
Yeah.
That stuff is cold and wet. So I did get. We went up to during that visit. We went up to Mount Rushmore, and we got out and was walking into the place under that long walkway with all the flags and stuff. And the snow started coming down, swirling.
Yeah.
It was giant flakes. I'd never seen nothing like that. So yeah, there's a picture of me out there with my tongue sticking out trying to catch one of them.
Huh.
But that was a pretty extreme cold.
Yeah. Mount Rushmore. I've been there.
It's pretty cool.
neat.
Everybody
Yeah.
should go there at least once and see what they call the heads. We're gonna go see the heads.
Yeah.
Like they're carved in the mountain.
Yeah.
But I don't know about the coldest or the hottest you've ever been. What do you think that was?
Hottest. Well, hey, Ohio. I mean, in the summertime, there's a certain part in up north there. I mean, it's very hot and humid. I mean, just like down Florida. The thing about Florida, you got your ocean breeze. It gets hot and humid, but you got ocean breeze. Mm-hmm.
Wow. This past summer was the hottest on record for Florida.
Yeah.
Ever recorded here in Florida. It was blistering.
But you know what?
Couldn't even breathe.
I hardly knew it because I was inside the air conditioning.
That's right.
I stayed there.
I think if you still had to work and you had some sort of outside job, like say you had a lawn service or you picked oranges or something.
If I had to pick oranges, I think I'd probably pass out.
I'd be a beggar somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's not a good job to have. It's a hard job.
It is.
I admire whoever does it.
Yeah.
I tried it one time. There's too much picking, not enough grinning.
Yeah. And, to be like these guys out there putting up a fence, that looks like
they're earning their keep,
Yeah.
digging a ditch or whatever.
Man.
I mean, it's hard to work out.
Anybody that's down in a hole with a shovel, that's one place I don't want to be.
And the older you get, the harder it is to do the jobs that we used to do.
Yeah.
Without thinking twice about it.
Harder to get down in that hole, harder to get out.
That's right. I'd like it cold because you can live in Florida and never wear out a jacket or a sweater.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have several jackets from the 1970s that I still have. They're not worn out, so why throw them away?
Yeah.
And a couple of sweaters from the 80s and 90s, and some vests or whatever. You can't never wear them out, and I like wearing them around.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just cannot do that.
Now, you would like to live in Alaska, right?
I love it. I would like to go up there at least see if I can last a year where it gets dark for half a year
Yeah.
and it's light for half a year.
I think that would affect me negatively. I mean, when I was younger, it would have been different. I could have done it.
It preys
But
on your
now-
mind, all
Yeah.
that darkness, which is why a lot of people paint their houses bright garish colors,
Yeah.
or the furniture they'll bring in will be like bright orange
Yeah.
or fluorescent green, and they do stuff like that to subconsciously,
Yeah.
make them not feel as gloomy in there.
I hear that there's a high rate of depression and alcoholism.
There is. It's mostly men up there. Very few.
Oh, that'd be depressing.
The men outnumber the women something like 8-1. And I have a friend who lives up in Palmer, Alaska, and we were talking when I was asking her about that, and I said, well, she was talking about, she gave me that number, 8-1. The men outnumber the women. I said, well, that's good. That works in your favor. I said, because the odds are pretty good.
Yeah.
She says, yeah, but the goods are odd. She said that, no
Right,
lie.
yeah.
Because the ones that want to live up there are the strange ones, the
Yeah,
weirdos, and
uh-huh.
the mountain men or
Yeah.
whatever. So she's a real estate agent up there. And
Now,
good
there's a
friend of mine.
country, one of the 3 Baltic countries, over like Latvia, Estonia, one of those countries over there. There's more. Well, generally, there's more women in the world anyway, but there's a high rate of the ratio is a lot more women.
So that'd be an ideal place to live if you were a young single man.
And that country boasts having beautiful women too.
Wow, I don't
I don't know
speak.
if it was Latvia or Estonia, or I can't think of the third one over there.
I don't speak Baltic, but
Yeah.
you always do charades and get by.
Oh yeah. He got hand signals and everything. Like you can whistle. Hey baby.
All right, speaking of whistling, we got to whistle our way right on out of here because the day is gone. We'll be back next week with a brand new show. We appreciate y'all being with us today, and we'll ask that question of our long lost buddy, Mr. Casey Carlton. What's the frequency, Kenneth?
1480 AM on your radio dial. News Radio WFLN, Arcadia's news and information station.